Do y'all remember the olden times when a luxury eyeshadow quad from Pat McGrath cost $62? I mean, those were the days, right? $62 upside, oh, I don't know, 250 bucks now that she's directing beauty for Louis Vuitton and released this new collection. I was tempted for a lot of reasons to get one of these eyeshadow palettes, the purple palette, as you can imagine, but as I just could not make the leap. For me, it was just a ridiculous amount of money to spend for an eyeshadow quad. Okay. I have experienced Pat McGrath eyeshadows. I thought, in no way can the formula be superior to what is contained in my quads and motherships. And I get it. You are buying the packaging and the brand. Now, because I have this channel on YouTube, I did sort of struggle a little bit. And then I saw that Pat was running one of her buy more, save more sales. And I decided to buy enough to get 40% off. And what did I pick up? Well, I picked up the remaining two mothership palettes to finish out my entire mothership collection. I picked up her foundation, which I've been wanting to try, and I bought a liner sharpener because I had misplaced mine and needed a new one. And I got all of that for less than just one of the Louis Vuitton eyeshadow quads. So I am feeling pretty good about my purchase. And today I thought we would unbox what I got, and we will do a full face of Pat McGrath Labs. And then since then, she did release her new longwear blurring setting spray, which I picked up separately. So this does not roll into the under $250. I want to be transparent, but I did get this as well. So we'll test this new product today, in addition to all of the other products we're going to try. I hope all of this sounds good to you. If it does, then let's get going with unboxing Utopian Dream and Divine Rose 2. So here they are, the last two mothership palettes that were missing from my collection. Divine Rose 2 and Utopian Dream. I did hold out on buying these for some time because they were really a part of Pat's pink era, and I was influenced by other Pat McGrath fans who were complaining about how everything she was releasing was pink. So I don't know that I really even saw these at the time with fresh eyes. It is only in the last couple of years, with the release of her two most recent mothership palettes, that I kind of started to wonder if I wanted to add these. And then as I saw other people here on YouTube play with these palettes, especially Utopian Dream, I don't know, I started to kind of get the itch to buy these. So it was just a confluence of events with the launch of this new Louis Vuitton collection. I am sure actually that the Pat McGrath Labs team timed this buy more, save more sale to coincide with the launch of that Louis Vuitton collection to catch people like me. So yes, they caught me, but I am still happy with the fact that I made the purchases that I made. So we are going to unbox both of these, and then I'm going to decide which one to play with today. I'll do another video another time on whichever one we don't do today. First up, let's talk about Divine Rose 2. I got just the standard black lacquered packaging here. Here is that beautiful color story. Here we have Utopian Dream, which I think has a lot more of sort of a wow factor. I am going to not run through live swatches because we have a lot of makeup to get through today. So I am going to put those swatches on and then show you both arms and let you know which one I have decided to go with. So I am going to get to swatching. Okay, guys, I kind of hate that I swatched off camera because there were definitely some moments where my jaw dropped, which I don't think is uncommon when you're swatching Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadows from her motherships. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. On this arm, we have Divine Rose 2. This shade here swatched like butter, as did this one here. So these are both just incredibly soft and rich feeling. I mean, it's just like insane. These are the two shades that I'm talking about. So this one here and this one here. This is this amazing shade that is a multi-chrome. I think of this almost like a scarab shade, like this is something from Egypt or something. It's just really gorgeous. So it's kind of speaking to me, I am not gonna lie. Okay, over here we have Utopian Dream. It is bronzier. This shade here, very bronzy, and of course you've got this, which looks almost red. These two in particular were incredibly buttery when I swatched them. I mean, they almost felt a little bit sort of wet to the touch in the pan. I think you do have to be careful with these shades when you pick them up because it's easy to pick up a lot. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I have just decided to go ahead and do Divine Rose 2 today. Let me go ahead and just show you the other new items. I picked up the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. You guys, I love this box. So this was perforated when I opened it out of its plastic wrap, and then it's like, hello, hi, use me. Okay, sorry, I'll stop. This is what it looks like, fresh and clean. Very few things are going to look this nice when we run through them today because I have been using the heck out of all of these other products, but isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Also picked up a Dual Precision Pencil Sharpener. I like sharpeners that catch the shavings that you can then dump out. So yeah, this one opens up down here so that you can empty out your shavings. Let's get going with our full face of Pat McGrath Labs. We are going to start out with eyeshadow as I am probably going to have fallouts. I'm really excited. I feel like it's been a while since I played with a new mothership. Petal came out earlier this year. I have a feeling that I am going to like this mothership better than Petal. We are going to start out with a Refer 16 and I am going to pick up this shade here. I do have on eyeshadow primer. Everything I use today will be listed down in the description box below. You know, I have a lot of new makeup videos, I think that I've been posting and that are coming. There have been so many releases. I'm sure that as someone who views a lot of content on YouTube, if you do, then you may be getting a little bit overwhelmed. I feel like there were far fewer releases the first half of the year, and now it is just hitting like gangbusters. In fact, I noticed on the Sephora site this morning, they are doing 24-hour app early access to a ton of holiday favorite sets. There may have been like 8 of them. We're not even into pumpkin season and they are ramping up. Okay, so I think that is gorgeous and you can definitely tell that that blended out so quickly and easily. I am going to grab for my outer corner a Refer 01 mini brush, which is sort of a flat brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade and pat that into the outer corner. And now I'm just flipping the 01 mini on its side to sort of blend this into the transition shade, which is one of the things that's so great about this brush. I am actually going to go ahead and take my Pat McGrath liner. I want to put a little bit down on the lower lash line now. I may add some to the top lash line as well. This is the Permagel Ultra Glide eye pencil. You can see she has been well loved. This is available in 5 shades and retails for $29. This is black coffee, which is described as an espresso brown. You can smudge this out, but it does have good dry down. It's described as a creamy, ultra pigmented gel eyeliner that glides effortlessly, delivering up to 16 hours of waterproof, smudge-proof, transfer-proof color. I'm actually going to test my new sharpener here. Okay, yes, it's sharpening. Big shock. Okay. Okay, let me run a little bit of this down before I keep going. Usually I am using my Endless Cacao pencil for this from Makeup Forever, which is much, much, much lighter. So I'm definitely having to be a little bit more careful to make sure this doesn't go too deep in the outer corner. This is a big smudge brush, but I don't think I pulled one that's small. Now we have to pick some shimmery shades. Yes, I'm procrastinating on that because I want to use them all. Okay, let's do this. I am going to just do finger swatches of this one and this one down here. This one here is the one that is on my index finger, just for reference. There are those 2 shades there. This one here is actually the one that was on my index finger. So it's a little bronzier. I am going to go with the one that's a little bit lighter. I am going to pick that up on my finger and just start to lay that down in the center of the lid. And I mean, could anything go on more easily that has that much shimmer and shine? And I mean, oh my goodness. So right now, and I'm almost afraid to say it because I don't want to jinx these, but I'm not even getting like fallout. We are going to go ahead and do that Skin Show shade on the inner corner, and then I'll decide if there's any other little finishing touches we want to add. This is, you know, I didn't even look. I'm assuming it's called the Skin Show shade just because that's usually what is right there. And it is not the color that I anticipated. I can't tell if it has a little bit of pink in it. I guess it does. I was actually thinking it would be more sort of a cream shade. Put this on my finger so you can see. So that is the Skin Show shade. Sitting here doing this, guys, I miss the days of Pat McGrath. It's the excitement of a new release. I don't know if it'll ever be like that again. I am going to go back to my liner and add some along the outer third here. This is super creamy, super pigmented. It is easy to add a lot. You may be able to hear the cats. At any moment, there could be a serious running of the cats, or I could be attacked by the cats because I have run out of cat treats. There could be a mutiny. I don't know. I'm picking up more cat treats today. I am going to grab some of this uber glittery shade and kind of dot in here in the inner corner just to kind of brighten that up a little bit more. This is a first impression of this palette, but given the mix of textures and colors. I really feel like this palette has some good versatility. It's, you know, one of my criteria for judging eyeshadow palettes. I feel like with the gold and the bronze and sort of the mauvey tones, you could build some really beautiful different looks with this palette. Let's go ahead and do mascara. The one that I have on hand right now is the Dark Star Volumizing Mascara. This is described as a gravity-defying mascara that delivers instant volume, multi-dimensional length, and weightless lift in a single stroke. I am going to curl the lashes and throw on the mascara in a speed through. Let's do it. I think it's a really beautiful mascara. Went on really easily. It didn't clump on me. I am familiar with the formula, and it's not a fresh tube. I'm actually on the bottom going to use the mascara from Half Magic because I find that a mascara with this kind of wand is much better for me for getting my bottom lashes, which are small, short, hard to see because they're blonde. Now we are getting into complexion. Let's talk about this foundation, which I have been really wanting to try for some time. This is the Sublime Perfection Foundation. It retails for $69. It is available in 36 shades. I'm just going to get some of this on the back of my hand so I can show it to you. It is described, whoa, hey, it is described as a weightless hydrating foundation with a serum-like texture, which is probably why I just went, whoa, offering customizable coverage and a filter-like soft focus finish. I didn't shake it, so I'm actually shaking it now. I'm gonna wipe off what I just put on my hand because it's possible that what I pumped out is much thinner than what you would get if you shook it up. Now let's pump it out and see what happens. Okay, it came out just as runny, which I'm not complaining about. I'm gonna put my arm up, but it's gonna be fast, okay, because it's gonna run. Well, okay, it's not running that fast, but I think you can see for sure. I mean, that is a thin foundation. Mother Pat says to choose your coverage level. She's got two different methods of application for this. One is called Sheer Perfection, which is what I am going to be going for today. For that, you pump the foundation onto your hand, dot it into your cheeks, forehead, and nose with your fingertips. Then you rub your palms together and apply from the center of the face outward, patting and pressing for a filter blurred effect. I'm assuming she says to rub your hands together in part maybe to sort of warm your hands, help the product soak in. Let's get this foundation on. I do need help with coverage today because I actually have a breakout. I don't know if you just noticed me putting a dot of foundation over that. I am really wondering if it is from the Road Glazing Milk, which I have been testing. And I saw other people say that it broke them out. And now I am wondering if it got me too, which I never break out, guys. Okay, I'm not sharing that as a flex. I'm just saying that for me to break out, it's, you know, typically something environmental, right? It's something that I have put on my face. And so I'm thinking the Road Glazing Milk. Here we go. The rubbing And now we are going to apply with the magic hands. Definitely has a skincare kind of feel to it. You can tell that it is one of these serum foundations. This is not a new product, but it is possible Miss Pat was ahead of her time, okay? I mean, she usually is. And I think that went on rather beautifully, and it is a nice sheer application of the foundation. I have to say something right now that I'm kind of like, oh gosh, should I say this? I don't know. You know, I've been testing a lot more foundations here recently. I've tested the Natasha Denona High Glam, the reformulated Charlotte Tilbury, and I just want to say right now that those foundations are a bit more fussy. I am not finding this at all fussy. Even the Tom Ford, the Architectural Radiance foundation, fussy, okay? I should not have to use a brand's skincare products or their brushes in order for those complexion products to work. This is a hill I will die on. If they're selling it at Sephora, I should not need special knowledge or special tools or to buy a brand's entire line for one product to work. Just shouldn't. This is what should happen. Oh, Pat, I love you. We are going to do concealer. The Sublime Perfection Concealer is available in 36 shades. It's $34, and it is described as a creamy, lightweight, full coverage concealer with a natural radiant matte finish, that brightens under eyes and hides the appearance of blemishes. Ah, under eyes and blemishes. Let's do it. Let's try the blemmies first. You know what I'm going to do? I am gonna do that there and this here, and I'm gonna let the blemmy dots dry down a little bit while we do under eyes. So a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. This is in the shade L1. That's the same shade that I got the foundation in. Let's use my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy Kitten Paw brush for concealer. Just dotting that on. And I think that went on really, really beautifully. Let's go over here. I could have used a lot less, I think. If you are planning to purchase this or pull it out to play with today, definitely use less than what I just did. Now, let's sort of press this in for my blemish. Let's move on now to bronzer. I'm going to talk through the next couple of products together so that I can stop taking my glasses off and putting them back on. We are going to use the Divine Bronzer, and I have Nude Honey. This is $39, and it is described as a blendable, lightweight bronzer that is designed to create sun-sculpted definition that leaves skin perfected and blurred with a naturally radiant finish. So we're going to bronze. Then we will blush. I have a little trio product here. We're going to be using this one. This one is Divine Rose. Her blushes are available in 10 shades. They're $39. The blushes are described as a petal soft powder blush with blendable color and a unique Feather Light Silk Velvet Finish. Finally, we have the Sublime Perfection Under Eye Blurring Powder. So this is available now in 7 shades. She's been releasing more and more shades. I do have Light, which is the translucent white shade. I think this is the first shade that she released. It is described as a powder that provides a brightening, soft focus finish. While this is called a under eye powder, I am going to use it down the center of my face. Even Mother Pat says on her site that she does that. So as long as we're doing what Mother says. So let's go ahead and do all of those products. I am going to use the powder application side of the N17 brush from Nikki LaRose. I'm really sort of using this almost more as a contour, I guess. So kind of getting around the jawline, neck, a little bit out here, sculpting the cheeks. Trying to make sure I get that high enough. Tell the difference? I think so. I don't know that I have ever done on my channel a full face of Pat McGrath, which makes sense because I did not have her foundation. Let's add some to the Great Plains of forehead. Now we are going to move on to blush, and you can see what that looks like there. I'm going to roll the dice today and just tap directly on without brushing off onto the back of my hand, because I feel like this particular shade is pretty light, pretty natural, pretty forgiving, which is what we like. Goof proof. And now we are going to apply the powder. Boop. And for that, I have a precision powder brush from BK Beauty. And I'm going to start out underneath the eyes. Let's do one side at a time. Powdered side, unpowdered side. What do y'all think? I mean, I feel like I can tell a difference. I do just feel like overall, this side just looks more sort of soft focus, which I think that might be the way she described it. I think that looks really, really pretty. Much more sort of blurred and perfected. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the final 2 things. Glasses, where are you hiding? And then I'm going to give you my sort of final thoughts on everything, and then we're all going to get on with the rest of our day. We have the setting spray. When she came out with the Longwear Blurring Setting Spray, I was like, okay, thank you, Pat. So this is $38. This is described as a skincare-powered setting spray that weightlessly hydrates, blurs to a soft focus finish, and locks makeup in place for 16 non-creasing hours. So we're going to spray this on. Then we are also going to do Pat McGrath lipstick. There are our two options. This is the Nude Venus over here, the Divine Rose. I will be going with Divine Rose, but not yet. First, we are going to spray our face, and then we are going to finish up our look with the lips. Let's spray. So first, you want to prime it. Oh, see? That's why you prime it, because just like a couple little droplets came out. Okay. So, that's a good mist. I'm not catching a fragrance there. Did I get it? I mean, I can't tell the difference right now, but maybe it's a longevity thing. I don't know. I already felt pretty blurred, guys, from the products that we used today. So let's just go ahead and... This is one where I feel like I have to get it kind of close to my face to hit my face. Some of them, you can get it a little bit further back, but I definitely felt like I had to get right up on my face. And I do feel like I got more over here. And then sometimes after I do setting spray, I do this. And I hold my lashes up. Because this is scientific. It's going to make them stay up more, right? I really do this. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why I do it. I just don't actually know that it's doing anything. Over here, not feeling as blurred as this side. Not sure what that's about, but I'll have to see how this performs over the course of the day. And now let's do lips. Hold on, I gotta make sure I've got the right lip liner here. This one is Divine Rose. Okay. This is a professional lip prep technique. Let's see how this does on these here mature lips. I am going to use my hanger. Sort of soften the edge a little bit there. Okay, lipstick. So truly a very creamy, comfortable, easy to apply formula. I guess this is the final look. Full face, Pat McGrath Labs, using my, I think, very smart purchases of 2 motherships and this gorgeous foundation for less than what I would have spent on one eyeshadow quad from the Louis Vuitton Pat McGrath collaboration, collection, whatever the heck it is. I am really, really happy with the way this look turned out. I think that Divine Rose 2 is really, really beautiful. I think the tones are different enough from the original Divine Rose Mothership palette where I will get use out of this. I think this created a really beautiful, soft daytime look. So super happy with that. The liner for the eyes, I like okay. I don't know that it's my favorite eyeliner formula. The mascara though, I'm really happy with the volume and the length that went on there and the ease of using that Gigantor brush on the top lashes. As I said, the foundation I think is phenomenal right now, and I love the concealer as well. I'll have to see how both of these perform and play together over the course of the day. The bronzer went on beautifully. The blush went on beautifully. What didn't go on beautifully, guys? Seriously, I love it all, right? I know that I'm supposed to be more critical of that. But God, Pat's products are just, they're so beautiful. They are so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching today. I am going to do, as I said, another video using Utopian Dream. And then I think that there's only one other Mothership palette in my collection that I have not done a video with. And I will definitely put that in the lineup. And if there are any others, I will build that into the lineup as well. So watch for those. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see those future Pat McGrath videos. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up before you go. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.